Good morning, Isaac. Another video here. This is your final one. We appreciated all your work that you've done in the past, and as if you've read the video prior to this on this newsletter, you'll find out that Isaac is moving on to his guiding career, and he's heading to Chile for our winter season. So this is his last newsletter and shop video. So thank you very much for over the years. John Pastoric, most of you have met him in the shop. John will be taking over the newsletters and everything. So they will continue to come. Isaac will be fishing in Chile, and we'll be up here in the snow working. But at any rate, thank you for everything that you've done. And the new year is starting. So again, I'll be begging for money for the Brown Trout Club and soliciting contributions from you. We have all of our buttons. Well, actually, we don't have them. They were ordered in December. I didn't get them yet, but we'll have the button memberships and donation supporter buttons, as they are now called. We won't call them members because there isn't an actual membership. So, but come into the shop, and we did quite well last year. Lots and lots of rain. All of the swamps are charged heavily up in the Algerine swamp and all of that. Lots and lots of water. We've been in that rain pattern since mid-July. It hasn't broken, and we're still getting rain. I was concerned that it was going to be snow this year, but so far we've had one significant snow. So everything was covered with ice this morning, but that has melted now. It's 40 degrees outside. So another year is approaching. The fish are in wonderful shape from last year. There were a couple anglers down here in the project last week. They talked to a guy, and he got 3 that day, but him and his friend got 14 a week before. So there's a lot of fish. They're well spread out, distributed all over. We have a lot of rough weather and winter to get through, so we'll find out more about that in late March. So the other thing I wanted to mention, as we do each year, we actually give away free junior volunteer fishing licenses to children. We pay for it. They're only a few bucks, but the neat thing about it, you don't have to pay for it. You do need to have the young person with his social security number and identification, and we'll fill it out, get him registered in the computer, and he'll be set up for his life then for hunting and fishing licenses. And that's a pretty neat thing. And to watch these young people walk out with their first license, they're extremely proud, and they're now part of the older group, so now they can hunt and fish. So the fishing licenses we do give away free here at the shop. So we're looking forward to you bring them in. We are on a new license issuing system now. We're learning to use that. We'll see how we make out with it. So at any rate, the season's coming on. The club will be getting ready to stock in March. We put in just around $20,000 worth last year. We never got the last load of trout in until mid-November last year. The water was just high. So it was a very interesting fishing season. A lot of high water. So I learned a whole lot about fishing Pine Creek in 5 foot of high water and muddy water. So years ago I would have walked away from that, but had a girl, Colleen Chavokas, years ago came in on her vacation. She was tickled to death. It was late May, I guess it was, and she came in. She said, "Oh, Tom, I can't wait. I'm so thrilled. I'm here for the next week." And I looked at her and I said, "Colleen, the water's muddy, and it's running at the 5 foot level." And she said, "So what?" So I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to act negative, so I said, "Well, the guys aren't catching many trout." And she said, "They don't know how to catch fish." So then the next day, sure enough, she came in with her camera, and she showed me big brown after big brown after big brown. I became a believer. It was amazing the number of fish that she caught. And she said, my daddy taught me how to do that. So she did it with flies, and it was pretty neat. It was a real eye-opener. So don't let the high water ruin your day. If you have a weekend to get up here, man, come on up and learn to take advantage of the water. It's a little easier with bait, but it can be done with flies. So at any rate, there's a neat little piece of information. I'll be 76 this summer, so it took me a long time to learn that, but she told me exactly how it's done, and it can be done. So don't let, if we get through another season of heavy rain like we did last year, you can catch trout in it. So at any rate, that sounds good, a little bit of a piece of information for you. So we don't know what's going to happen. We should have, hoping to have good hatches this coming year, and of course that has a lot to do with our sport. I mean, it's we're kind of hatch oriented here in the shop. You don't have to be. You can fish Cahills and Adams and catch just as many fish, but it's kind of neat to catch it on a blue quill that you've tied or purchased somewhere. It's fun to do. So we're looking forward to, we'll see what happens. We still have to get through the last half of January and all of February, and then March is the snow month, so we'll see how we make out this year. So we're looking forward to seeing you come in. We're going to keep in touch through the newsletters. Isaac will be gone, and John Pastore will be doing the newsletter. So it was nice to talk to you, and see you shortly.